Terence "Bud" Crawford versus Saul Canelo Alvarez is a mega fight if it happens. This fight would have to be one of the biggest fights in probably at least 20 years. I would say bigger than Pacquiao versus Mayweather. That's how big this fight would be. Terence "Bud" Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez have both gained the undisputed heavyweight championships in two weight divisions. Two separate weight divisions, of course, making history in doing so. Now, the logistics for this fight to happen would have to be Terence "Bud" Crawford beats his next opponent, Israel Madrimov, and Canelo Alvarez beats his next opponent, who we don't know who that is, but I'm guessing it's not going to be David Benavidez, because that's one fighter he keeps on dodging. That aside, they both have to beat their next opponents, they both have to agree to fight, they both have to agree on what weight class the fight will happen at, and they'll both have to get to the correct weight for whatever weight class that is. Terence "Bud" Crawford has recently stated that he's willing to go from the super welterweight division all the way up to the super middleweight division to fight Alvarez. That's how keen he is to make this fight happen. Crawford believes that this is a legacy fight. This is what's going to make his mark in the history of boxing. And I agree, it definitely will. If this fight happens and he wins in the super middleweight division and claims the undisputed championship in the super middleweight division, then that's it. He's probably one of the greatest fighters of all time. That's it. To move up from the super welterweight division to the super middleweight division and claim the undisputed title, fighting Canelo Alvarez, the top dog in that division, in your first fight, going up 2 ranks, then that's it. You've set your mark as one of the greatest fighters of all time. So that's what he's aiming for, a legacy fight. It seemed for a moment that Terence Crawford's goal was to take out all the titles in the super welterweight division and claim a third undisputed championship in a third weight class. However, I think his goal has now changed and he's focused his attention on the top dog, the face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez. And all he has to do is potentially go up 2 weight classes. That's 14 pounds heavier than the current weight class he's in. More than 6 kilos. And he'll need to gain that weight if he fights the super middleweight division if he doesn't want any disadvantage. This fight happens in the super middleweight division. Crawford has more glory to claim if he wins than Canelo. If Canelo wins, yes, he will claim glory and he'll be seen as one of the great fighters, which he already sort of is. But I don't think Canelo will drop weight to meet Crawford, meaning Crawford will be chasing him. So Canelo will just have the status of beating a great fighter in Crawford. But if Crawford wins, he'll have the status of going up 2 weight divisions and claiming the undisputed championship, 2 weight divisions than he's currently at. So that's a higher reward than what Canelo will get. Canelo's already looked at like he's dodging David Benavidez, which he kind of is. So I think Canelo would have to beat Terence Crawford and also fight David Benavidez to gain that ultimate status of one of the greatest fighters. Anyway, this is all speculation. Nothing's been locked in. Terence Crawford has a fight coming up on the 3rd of August. Canelo Alvarez is seeking another fight, which is probably not going to be David Benavidez. So Crawford will have to get past his 3rd of August fight against Israel Madrimov, and Canelo will have to get past whatever fighter they throw in front of him, who will most likely not be David Benavidez, and then Terence Crawford will continue to pursue this fight. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I think if Terence Crawford is to go up to the super middleweight division and defeat Canelo Alvarez, that's it. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. That's my opinion, that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts? What's your opinion? Do you think Terence Crawford would be the greatest fighter of all time if he was to go up from the super welterweight division up to the super middleweight division, fight Canelo, beat Canelo, gain the undisputed title in the super middleweight division? Would that make him the greatest? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, peace out.